Hey there, my fellow intellectuals. How are you doing today? Kyle here with another video, and I'm sorry I haven't been uploading them much recently, but I've been spending a lot of my time and energy on writing the first draft of my first author paper in graduate school, and obviously that's a huge deal, and I need to get that done before the school term starts in a week and a half. So I've just been working really hard on that. And another thing that's been keeping me busy is that I've been assigned to help TA in upper division astronomy course here at UCI. And it's the first time I'm TAing an upper division course, and it's the first time I'm TAing in over 2 years. So I've been reviewing the material that the course covers. I want to be as ready as I possibly can for the students when they inevitably will ask me questions. And so that's also just been taking a lot of my time. But today I wanted to talk to you guys about a story, and that story is my first ever TAing experience in graduate school here at UCI. Now, my first TA experience was back in the fall of 2017. It's been 3 years now, which is just mind-boggling to me. And the course that I TA'd at UCI was Physics 7C. Now, Physics 7C at UCI is the Intro to Newtonian Mechanics course for majors, as well as other STEM majors like chemistry, math, engineering. And so it's the course where students are going to learn about kinematic equations, Newton's laws, inclined plane problems. You know, if you've taken physics, you have seen all that stuff. And so I was pretty nervous the first time I was going to TA because even though I knew that material, it was the first time I'm going to have to lead a classroom. I'm going to have to, set the agenda. I'm going to have to hand out quizzes and grade the quizzes of the students. And it was a little bit nerve-wracking, just the anticipation of being a TA. Now, the week before I actually started TAing, the Department of Physics and Astronomy here at UCI made us new graduate students take a seminar course where they would teach us how to be TAs, essentially, that first week of school. And so what they would do is that we would all get into this conference room, all of the new graduate students, and what we would do is that we'd sort of like role play in the sense that we'd each go up to the board and we would sort of act as a TA, and then all the other graduate students would just act as students, and then the TA would sort of guide us through problems, and we would, comment and critique each other's teaching styles and, give each other feedback on improvement and stuff of that nature. And so there was some preparation, but even that still didn't really lessen the blow of just sort of being thrown into this lion's den of responsibility. I had to TA 4 discussion sections between 8 a.m. and noon on, I think, Tuesday mornings. And I also had to go to the tutoring center and tutor from like 6 to 9:30 p.m. on Wednesdays or Thursdays. It was really late, and I really just didn't anticipate that part of the TA process as well. So that was the workload there, and I'm going to tell you guys about my first day on the job. My first day was very interesting because I had made a presentation for the students, and when I got to the room to present, the projector wouldn't work. And so I remember just thinking, oh my gosh, like I made this whole presentation, just sort of introducing who I am and how the students can reach me and what my office hours are and all that sort of information. And it just didn't work. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this day is not going good. So I had to improvise. I had to improvise for that very first TA session that day. And I had 3 of my sessions in that room, and then I had 1 outside of that room. So 3 of those sessions I couldn't use the projector, and then 1 of those sessions actually got to use the projector. So that was interesting. I think the projector ended up getting fixed the week afterwards, and I could use it from then on. But nonetheless, that first day was kind of rough. And the thing that I realized with my teaching is that first section of the day, that 8 a.m. section, was always sort of like the trial period where I'd sort of gauge what the students would want to ask me. And it was sort of like the roughest session of the day for each week. And if you were in that session, I'm sorry if it seemed rough, but that was sort of the trial session. And then like all the 3 discussion sections after were kind of just smooth sailing because it was like I had worked out all the bugs in that first discussion section. And I was like, okay, I got it down now. I know what the students are going to ask. I sort of know how to prompt them to ask questions and stuff of that nature. And so that was kind of interesting, just seeing how more comfortable I got throughout the day. And I remember just what else? Oh yeah, I had to give quizzes each week, and quizzes were I don't know. I mean, quizzes are quizzes, and I had to grade them. And I also had to print out the quizzes too, so I had to get the PDF from the instructor and then go down to the copy center at UCI and just copy and print like 200 plus copies of the quiz. And it was just a tedious. I had to carry this big box of the quizzes, and I just lugged this box around with me to distribute the quizzes to the students. So that was part of the job, carry a 5-pound box and get some muscle while being a TA. So I guess that's kind of cool. But by far the worst part of being a TA that quarter was grading the midterms and the finals. And I think everyone who's ever been a TA for a course that has like free response questions can attest to that being the worst part of the job. And overall, I like being a TA. I really enjoyed that quarter because the students were very friendly. I think we had good discussions. I think they felt that I was helping them, and I felt that they had very good questions. But grading is just such a mess, and I don't like it, and I'm not looking forward to doing it again this quarter, but that's just comes with the territory, and you have to do it. But I remember for the midterm, the way that it was done was I think there were 5 free response questions on the midterm, and I think also on the final as well. And essentially there was me, another TA, and the instructor. And so me and the other TA would grade 2 problems each for everyone in the course, and then the instructor would grade the last problem for every student in the course. And I remember just being up so late some nights, or maybe 2 nights, because I think we had to get it done within a week of the exam, but I think the instructor wanted it sooner. So it was like one of the TAs, like the other TA would have it for maybe 2 nights, and I'd have it for 2 nights. And those 2 nights just up so late. I remember being at my desk and just looking at the clock, and it's like, oh, it's 3 a.m. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like the pile of exams. Like I would make 2 piles where there'd be like a graded pile and an ungraded pile. And like the ungraded pile would start obviously at the top, and then it would slowly, even out as the night went on. And you could sort of see at the point where you're like at the halfway point, you're like, okay, I'm here. And you can see where like the stack is down to like maybe the last 10 to 20 exams. And that's like the hardest part. It's like when you've graded like 200 plus exams and you've got like 20 left, it's just like each one feels like it's just, oh God, I gotta get through it. I gotta just get through this pain. And I don't know. I think I just expressed my my bad memories in a rant right there. But yeah, that was it. And overall, I think the experience was fine. I mean, apart from like, the weeks of the finals and the midterms, but I feel like I learned a lot. I really do like teaching students. I really like it when students have interesting questions and we can discuss things. And even if they want to talk outside of class about subjects that aren't related to the course material, I remember having students, wanting to know like what you learn after that course, which is super cool because, what do you learn after the first mechanics course? I didn't know when I first took physics. So I remember having interesting discussions with the students after that. But yeah, that was my first TAing experience. I hope I wasn't too all over the place. I know I was getting a bit ranty there about the grading experience, but it is really how I feel, and I don't like it, and I hope we can have robots in the future that can just do it for us in some fair way. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this story time, and let me know if you have any good TA experiences or bad TA experiences that you're willing to share in the comment section below. And I will see you guys at a later date. Have a good one, everybody.